YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Bananas Epic Gaming. And today on Bananas Epic Gaming, we're going to be filming another episode of CageTalk, and that is going to be my full 7-round NFL mock draft for my favorite team, the Arizona Cardinals. I recently just got done filming the first round, all 32 picks. That'll come out after the WrestleMania predictions, and this will be coming out before the WrestleMania predictions. So let's get to the draft. The Arizona Cardinals are on the clock in the first round. Now, the Arizona Cardinals are going into a pivotal period for this offseason because they're going to be losing key personnel on both the offense and defensive side of the ball. These players are Patrick Peterson, Larry Fitzgerald, Kenyon Drake, DeVard Campbell, Marcus Golden, Hassan Reddick, Calvin Beecham. Longtime key pieces as in Patrick Peterson and Larry Fitzgerald will likely be seeing their time come to an end in the deserts after playing at a high level of contribution to the team. Fitzgerald has already surpassed by DeAndre Hopkins to address the team need, but overall weakness is the Arizona's ability to find key pieces in the secondary to go along with standout safety Buda Baker. Patrick Peterson and Larry Fitzgerald, they could come back. Golden and Reddick could come back. The rest of them I don't see leaving. Fitz might come back because he's loyal. He wants to play for Arizona, and Arizona is the only place that he will play for. He's said on numerous occasions. But we look here, and the Cardinals, they got to address some needs. They have to. This has to be the offseason where we address the defensive back positions and building around Kyler Murray. That way we can make a run for the playoffs. Hassan Reddick commanded 12.5 sacks this past season. He had 5 sacks in one game against the New York Giants. Halfback, Kenyon Drake was worth $8.483 million price tag with under 1,000 yards rushing in 2020 and only 25 receptions. I see it's moving on. Maybe drafting a running back around 2 or 3. That'll be the way to go. And maybe bringing in somebody, a veteran in camp. But the Arizona Cardinals, this is going to be the season that we can either turn it around or we fail to reach our goals again. So with that being said, I see us taking the bet if J.C. Horn or Caleb Farley's not there, or if Patrick Surtain's not there, because 2 of the 3 of those guys should be gone. In every mock draft I do, Farley and Surtain are gone. But if Kyle Pitts is there, I would take Kyle Pitts and take defense back in the second round. Because I see us bringing in Joe Thuney from the New England Patriots this offseason on a 2-year deal, 3-year deal. So I'm going to have to think about this really hard and long. Not that long, but okay. So with the 16th pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select tight end Kyle Pitts out of Florida. Now, Kyle Pitts should not be here by the time we pick, but if he is, we should no doubt take him. We're going to solve our offensive line issues in free agency, maybe get some depth in defense in free agency as well. Maybe if we can bring back Patrick Peterson or go sign William Jackson III, that'll take care of the defensive backfield. But if we don't do that, I see us taking Kyle Pitts if he's here and drafting a defensive back in the second round, because there are some that are worthy of a first-round pick, but they won't make it into the first round because of team needs and etc. Our offensive line issue, we're going to sign Joe Thuney, because people have us projected to sign him this offseason, and he's not that bad of a guard. He can go on right guard, and he can be with Josh Jones on the right side. We have Hump and Justin on the left, and Mason Cole in the middle. And then our offensive line is a little better because our offensive line wasn't bad last season. Now, the tight end position, the reason why I took Kyle Pitts, he's worthy of a top 10 pick in my mind. He should not be here, but if he is, take him. He is one of the best tight ends that I've seen come into the draft since maybe Greg Kittle. People are comparing him to either Greg Kittle or comparing him to Gronk. He could be a top 5 tight end in the NFL in 5 years, if given the opportunity. Arizona has not had a good tight end in a very long time. And they solved their biggest need in their weapons for Kyler Murray. Because you got Hops, you can possibly get Larry Fitzgerald to come back. You have Christian Kirk, you have Andy Isabella as your wide receivers, and you got Chase Edmonds, who's a really good running back, as your running back. And whoever you bring in to complement Chase Edmonds, and your running backs are set. And then our offense can start to pick up steam. Kyle Pitts is a really good pick here. He should not be here. If we don't take Kyle Pitts here, I see he's going either J.C. Horn or the interior offensive line. Now on to the next pick. The Arizona Cardinals are about to feel the need. They get a player that shouldn't be there in the first round, and Kyle Pitts, and they get an absolute guy who could be a stud on the NFL. So with their second round pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Tyson Campbell, defensive back out of Georgia. Now, I almost went offensive line in this pick, but by the time we get on the board, there should be maybe 2 or 3 offensive linemen that we could take, and White Davis, he's fallen before, and Creed Humphreys has fallen before as well. So, in the defensive backs, there wasn't that many because they're going to go off the board by the time we get to the second pick in the second round for us. Tyson Campbell aligns at cornerback for the Bulldogs defense. He plays the position very good with good athleticism overall. He's evaluated by his agility and his short area quicknesses. He has the NFL body type and the frame to convert for the position. When combined with his movement skills and length, it is easy to see why this player would be intriguing to NFL scouts. He has a very good man coverage ability, but struggles with situational awareness. He will remain healthy in 2020, which worked answers of the durability concerns. However, when on the field, he struggles to consistently make plays in the passing game, and that can be fixed with the right coach. His ideal starting role is starting on the outside only in cornerback sub-packages. Scheme fits a team that implores pass coverage and sprinkles in some zone would be possible to make more plays off and on the zone scheme. Arizona is taking a little risk here, but he is a player worth taking the risk in my mind. And you maybe solve your defensive back issues. If you can bring back Patrick Peterson, you got Campbell, you got Murphy, and you got Peterson all on the field together. And he can learn from Patrick Peterson, and when Patrick Peterson converts to safety, and you can have Campbell and Murphy killing it in the backfield. Now on to the next pick. So now the Arizona Cardinals have a 3rd round pick, and they don't have a 4th round pick. We could trade down in the 1st or 2nd to get some more, to acquire more picks, but I'm not going to do trades because you never know what could happen in the NFL. We solved our defensive back issue. We got Tyson Campbell. And we got an absolute steal for Kyle Pitts in the 1st. And with this pick, the 3rd round pick, we're going to solve our offensive line issue because that's what Kyler Murray asks us to do. So with their 3rd round pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Trey Smith out of Tennessee. Standing in at 6'6", weighing in at 325 pounds, Trey Smith is coming out of Tennessee in his senior year. He was a top-ranked recruit in the 2017 recruiting cycle, and everybody wanted to sign him when he came into Tennessee. He started at left tackle before being switched to left guard, so he has experience playing left tackle if we need him to. He started excellently in 2017 by earning the freshman All-American honor. He is going to be a really good player in the NFL. Unfortunately, in 2018, he was derailed by blood clots. In a very feel-good story, Smith returned to Tennessee in 2019 and had a good season for the Volunteers. He was an all SEC first team, was an all SEC all academy, and won the Jason Witten Collegiate Man of the Year. In 2020, he was an all SEC first team and was a all second team All American. Teams are going to love Smith's character and his pedigree. His trades: he has exceptional size and is overall good. Athletic ability is good. Smith has a hulking frame, a thick base, and a strong chest. Has excellent functional strength and thrives in the phone booth. There is a ton of raw power in his game. His lower drive game and ability to move players stands out on tape. But there are athletic limitations and technical flaws to his game, and that can all be fixed with training and with the right coach. Arizona Cardinals get a need. They address their offensive line to keep Kyler Murray happy, and they get 3 major players in the first 3 rounds. And so they can sit comfortably not having a 4th round pick because they have addressed 3 needs. Now on to the next pick. And with their 5th round pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. They don't have a 6th round pick either. I don't know when that happened, but they're going to fill another need unless on the defensive line. You got to get younger. We can get some young pieces in there. That way we can rotate people out. And we can maybe have 1 or 2 veterans in there to lead that defensive front into the playoffs, because that should be the goal. Because if you don't have a Super Bowl ring at the end of your on your finger at the end of the season, then the season was a loss. So they're gonna go for the best defensive player back on the board, and with their 5th round pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Thomas Booker out of Stanford. Now this guy, I have seen a few tapes on him, and he's a true freshman. He was the Pac-12 All-Freshman team, most valuable lineman of the Sun Bowl. He was the true freshman All-Team, Pac-12 Honorable Mention, Pac-12 All-American, Honor Roll, career stats: he Pac-12 first team All-Purpose, Pac-12 second team defensive line. This guy's gonna be good in the NFL if he's coached right and he polishes his game a little. I see him being a decent player. He can play D-end. We can have him at D-end, or we can have him at tackle. Because Arizona got to get younger on the defensive line and get some talent around there. And that's exactly what we do with this pick. Now on to the next pick. And now the Arizona Cardinals use their last pick of the draft because we don't have any free picks coming in from people that we lost. They use the last pick of the draft to get a little more juice, a little more young meat, young players on the defensive line, and we get one of the best players on the board. We're going to reunite him with Isaiah Simmons. So with their 7th round pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Nyles Pickney, defensive line, out of Clemson. I see Pickney having a tremendous season in the NFL as an Arizona Cardinal. He was a senior captain who exited Clemson credited with 98 tackles, 13.5 for loss, 3 sacks, a sack, a forced fumble, and 3 fumble recoveries. He had 1,125 defensive snaps over his 55-game career with 15 starts, 2017 at 2020 season after redshirting in 2016. Also, 2 offensive snaps, scoring on a 1-yard touchdown in 2020 before completing his bonus year of eligibility elsewhere. Pickney was a part of the Clemson senior class that was the first in school history to go undefeated at Death Valley in a 4-year span, 27-0 from 2017 to 2020. The Arizona Cardinals are an absolute stud of a defensive lineman here, and they can continue to bulk up that defensive front because defense wins championships. We saw that in the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, and the Cardinals are looking to the future. Hopefully, they're the next team to play in the Super Bowl in their hometown because that's coming up soon. And Pickney should be a tremendous asset. He can play on special teams, or he can be a depth body for the defensive line. And that is going to do it for the full 7-round 2021 NFL mock draft. I will add on anything if they somehow get some picks for losing the players that they lost. But Pro Football Focus and CBS Sports have said that we are not getting them, because I believe we only lost a few players, and that outweighs who we gained. So please be sure to like and subscribe. Stay on the lookout for more Bananas Epic Gaming content in the near future. We have 4 Cage Talks coming back to back. We have this one, the WrestleMania predictions. Night 1 and 2 are going to be one video, so it's basically going to be 4 videos, but in 3. And the 2021 NFL mock draft that I completed earlier on this week. And I'll see you guys in the next one.